Hey guys, it's Ty Jones with Avocare. Wanted to shoot a short video on a couple of things I think were just on my mind, and talking to a colleague today with Avocare just about a couple of things that I think would just definitely could be addressed. Number one, just follow up, and how important that is. I know we've all heard that, but I'll be specific to my message today that I think will be extremely helpful to you and your business. Number two, want to talk about one simple habit, one simple thing that we can do daily that will increase your business tenfold if we started today. Okay, so something you could take today. You don't have to wait till tomorrow. You don't have to wait till Monday. You can do it today. That will just your business will take off if you do it. And if you continue doing that, we're talking about 28 days to kind of make this a habit, but if you continue doing that, you're gonna grow a business with Avocare. So let's go back quickly, and I'll explain briefly about follow-up. And I know we've all heard, the fortunes in the follow-up. I heard that when I first started, and it's true. It's true, but I want to be more specific, because I think when we talk follow-up, people think, oh, Ty, I talked to them, and I told them I'd call them Tuesday, and I followed up on them. They started the challenge, or I followed up with them because I mentioned Avocare, and I followed up with them, and they said no. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm actually talking about specifically in some mistakes that I know I made as a new distributor. I'm sure many new distributors in network marketing have done this, and that when someone tells you no, they tell you no, or this is not for me, or it's not a good time. In any of the reasons that they do not get involved with you in Avocare, okay, in a relationship, whether on product or business. That doesn't mean never. And I think some distributors just think that way. I mean, I know I did initially. There's a couple people I'm like, they said no. I just kind of wrote them off. A lot of this business, I know in a traditional type sales cycle is, it takes multiple touches. I mean, everybody can put a number on that, but, it takes multiple touches for a person to get involved in a typical sales cycle, whatever a person's selling out there. Anybody with a sales background knows what I'm talking about. It's not going to be the first necessarily call that you make that gets that person involved. In fact, a lot of times, I know I do this, I'm not trying to get them involved with Avocare on the first attempt. I mean, I build a relationship, especially if I don't know the person as well. If you've got to build, guys, in this business, you've got to build that trust and that relationship with a person. Okay, so I understand if you're talking to somebody already in your life, you probably already have that relationship. So maybe you can go and be more specific to what you're doing and how excited you are. Obviously, they'll want them to get involved. But with someone, a lot of people that I deal with now, not necessarily have I haven't had a long relationship with them. So, sometimes you got to build that and that trust. And then, obviously, you can bring in Avocare. There's different ways to do that. We won't get into that today, but follow-up, and what I'm talking about specifically today is person tells you no for whatever reason. It's not a good time to I'm just no, okay? Don't take it as a never, okay? Take that as they're just not ready right now. I mean, that's kind of the mentality I think that a lot of top distributors have, is that just means they're not ready now. We've kind of started the process, though, guys, because now you've given them opportunity to something they knew nothing about. So how can they make a decision? I'm not one of those, first of all, to make quick decisions on something. In fact, I'm getting ready to do something now with my fitness business that has taken me to several weeks to really research, and this is something I know I want to do. I'm working through that cycle, right decision cycle for me to go, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and this is the company I'm going with to do this. So I will tell you this, no different than when some person you're talking to about Avocare. I think some people go, I told my friend, and my friend should just trust me on this. Well, even your friend may be a person go, let me sit back, let me just let me do a little research, let me look into it, let me give it some thought. And that doesn't mean they're saying no to you personally. That doesn't mean they're saying no to Avocare. A lot of times they don't know a lot about Avocare, even though they've probably heard the name. That's what I find. So give your person a chance to make a good decision. Now, we've done other videos, and I'll do more about, you got to give them good information. Your person can't make a great decision off bad information. So you want to make sure you're getting them to a presentation. You want to get them on a three-way call with your sponsor, right? get them information, especially if you're new to Avocare, or even if you're not, obviously I'm doing the same thing that you're doing. I want to get person to that presentation, whether it's a video, a meeting, a three-way call. I want to make sure I give them some information, I expose them to a great video, this and that. I also want to definitely introduce them to someone on my team, that I can say, okay, can basically give me a third-party validation on what I'm saying. Those are all part of the cycle, but just make sure when you're out there, don't give up on somebody just because they say no. And I'm telling you, if you think about it, you've probably done it. I know I have. I look back on that. So let me tell you, I have a quick story about one. I've got several reps like this. One distributor I personally have that does this business. He said no 3 or 4 times. I don't remember the exact number. It was several. It took about a year and a half for this person to get involved. He's now, doing great. He's an Avocare. He's a business builder, advisor. So just know that really woke me up for us. People, that way they engage. Just let them. Some people have to make decisions on their own time, and just stay with them. I heard this a lot from my mentors. Love them where they're at, even if they're buying product and they've talked to you a little bit about the business, but they haven't jumped in the business, but they're still taking product monthly. There's nothing wrong with giving them a call and saying, hey, I just want to tell you about our new products we have, and and have a reason when you call them. Obviously, we have some new products I want to tell you about, and give them a chance to have that conversation again with them about, they might ask you how you're doing with Avocare, you're in the business. So follow up. Don't feel like that because you've asked a person twice in 6 months that you're bugging them, or, this is one thing I always tell someone is that, I don't want to bug you. And if they're telling me just no, I'm not interested, I never will be, that's different. But if a person's saying, Ty, you're not bugging me, I appreciate you checking back with me, but the timing's just not right, I do have some interest. So those are things you can say to someone where you're not that guy, right? Friend and I were talking about that earlier, that guy that, like, oh man, there's that network marketing guy, he's going to be calling me or talking to me again about Avocare. And I told him no. Yeah, I tell people I don't want to be that guy. So if they say you're not being that guy, you're not bugging me, I appreciate the follow-up, then I know I've got someone that just the timing's not right. So that's what I'm talking about in the follow-up. And I hope that all makes sense. Don't give up on people. And please don't give up on the business, regardless if you have Avocare, another line, business or whatever, network marketing company. Don't give up on someone that easily. Stay in touch with them, and don't give up on your business because the person that you thought would just rock and roll in this said no initially. Don't give up, because you're going to meet people down the way that are going to be top distributors for you, I promise you, and they're probably people that you don't even know now. So it's going to happen, and anybody that's stuck with this business long enough can tell you that they've had success with people that they didn't really know in their warm market initially. I will close with this, and then just about really having the enthusiasm, the excitement when you go out there. That's always a plus, and having the energy that when you're sharing with someone, people feed on that. So if you've been in this a while, make sure you keep your energy up and you stay on cycle about what you're doing and doing that. And my last challenge, I say my challenge for the day, and my last thing I'll touch on here is challenge yourself. This is simple. I think some people overthink about what they need to do every day, and they get bogged down in details and never really do anything. So my challenge for all of you is to do one thing a day, and that means you're doing one. You don't have to do 2 or 3. That would be a bonus. At least one a day of Avocare business. So whether you're sparking someone up, whether you're following up with a person that you sparked up, right? Whether and this, by the way, new people. We're talking about new people. Whether it's you're reaching out social media to someone, contact to set up a meeting. Whether you're having a business meeting or you're presenting a challenge to someone, you're doing one specific thing, one thing every day of new business in Avocare. Okay, so think about it, because I think people go, well, I just don't have time. One person on the way. Gosh, it could be someone at work. It could be someone on the way home. You stop somewhere to store. You could, spark someone up. That's what I'm asking for, and I'm asking for 28 days, starting today. 28 days of you doing one piece of business with Avocare a day, guys. I'm not talking about talking to people when you're downline. None of that. That's not new business. We're talking about you building a business and talking to your teammates every day and going, those conversations you got to have. We all have them. Don't spend all your free time doing that. You all need to be all creating new business. So that's my challenge for you. And if you really think about this, guys, it's so easy, but yet most of us don't do it. It's very easy. Most of us don't do it. So one piece of new business, I challenge you, 28 days. We're going to check back in. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm with you. And I think it's very simple, very doable. And you're going to have to make a point to do it. That's the whole part, is you're thinking business with AdvoCare, and you're thinking about AdvoCare to make this happen in your day. Okay? We're all busy. So I appreciate your time. Have a great weekend. I'll look to see you on the other side of the next video. Thanks.